Hey you guys! Okay, so today I am so excited to share with you one of my new handbags. If you followed me on Instagram, you've seen that I've gotten a couple lately that I really like, which was kind of surprising because well, okay, first, I'm a handbag person. Like you can see it, like I light up when I talk about it, and I know it's funny, but yeah, you like talking about what you like, and I love doing handbag videos. Since I started my channel, these are some of the ones that you guys enjoy the best, that you seem to enjoy the best. So I always get excited to do them just because I love talking about them. I love reviewing something and maybe being helpful because it is a subject that I really enjoy. I remember being like when I was younger or whatever, in high school or whatever, and I would like, there were certain bags that I would just like dream about, I really liked. I never really cared about like brands of clothing or even shoes, but and still to this day, I feel like I'm kind of like that. It is one thing that I really do get excited about. Speaking of, we're long overdue for a clothing video. I have bought some really good things lately, some really, really good like basic things lately that we'll talk about. I need to do a few updates before we get into the bag, which I think is good. Can I show it? It's the Givenchy Antigone. This is what we're going to talk about today. This beautiful silver, which is kind of like, this is a bag that has been kind of a, like an it bag, or like something that people know what it is, for a long time. It's like, for me, it's kind of a more, I'm trying to think of a word other than basic because I'm not trying to use basic in the way that a lot of people use basic, which I just really dislike. But the color makes it different, you know what I mean? It's just, and I see why it's such a loved bag. This is a bag that I have it's really caught my eye. There's a lot of designer bags, a lot of things that I could flip and care less about because I don't like the way they look, or there's nothing that's like visually appealing. For some reason, whenever I see someone carrying this bag, when I see a photo of it, when I see it in a store, I'm drawn to it. Something about it, it's very visually appealing. And I can't tell you how many times I've tried it on in a store. I've never tried on that particular or held that particular size until I ordered it and bought it. I saw it in silver and I kind of got it on a whim. And I had just gotten that Gucci one, which we'll talk about that one soon. But yeah, I kind of got it on a whim and I thought, wow, a silver bag has really been on my list for a while. And I've had this one kind of on my wish list in my, like where I'm like shopping online. It's the YSL, just like the square, what's it, the sac de jour. And I love it because it's silver. But then I never, went to buy it because I don't look at that bag like, wow, I love it. This bag has been something that's like drawn me in for years. And one time I thought I might get, a gray. I'd never seen it in silver until I saw it online. I just like snapped it up. I knew it was like, I knew it was good when I saw it. But I've seen it in gray. I've seen it in like different textures, like a croc texture or whatever, which is not like, I don't like those. I wouldn't necessarily want something that was like really croc, or what am I trying to say? You know what I'm saying? That print or the texture. But then I don't like the one where they've just like stamped the leather to look like it because I'm like, well, that's weird. Because I find with this bag, they can look very rubbery. The ones that's the very smooth leather almost looks like fake plasticky pleathery leather. Pleather leather. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember I held a big black one in the store one time, and it must have been either the medium or the large, and I looked at it and I thought, I look like a doctor. I love the bag, but it is huge, and it looked almost like it was a rain material, like a plasticky material. But then I didn't really want the ones that were super textured, and then I saw the ones that were kind of like that, that Saffiano leather, you know what I'm talking about. I've never been a huge fan of that. It's very durable and everything, but it doesn't feel yummy, it doesn't feel good. But this one is just the perfect texture, it's a good leather feel. If you get that texture in a light color, like a gray, it looks like Dumbo, or you know what I'm saying? Like it looks like an elephant's skin. Okay, whatever. I'm weird about stuff. I get it, okay. But I just had never seen one that was this perfect, and I found the perfect size. This is the small. This is what you want. Let me show it. I'll show you me wearing it. Oh, I've got to do an update on something else as well. But let me just stand up and show this real quick and do like a what's in my bag and do the whole shebang. But do you guys see what I'm saying? It's a comfortable bag. It's so comfortable in that it is structured to the point where you feel safe about carrying it, that you're not gonna like squash it, which I'm not super, I feel like if you spend a lot of money on something, or it's like a nicely made bag, you don't have to baby it, but you don't want to scrub it around, but it shouldn't be that precious. If you pay for something, it should really last, and I don't mind if leather starts looking like, a little worn. But I like that this one feels just structured enough where it will not lose this shape. Like, I feel very confident about that. But it's tapered at the top, so it doesn't feel like you're holding a box like this, you know what I mean? Or you're carrying a briefcase. So that's why I'm kind of funny about structured bags usually. I just think that they're very impractical, but this one has a bit of a structure to it, but it's just a very easygoing bag that has a little bit of a, you know, it's got some rounded, just, do you see? I don't know. I just really love it. The straps are not adjustable. We'll get into some more like details with the actual bag. You know, the strap length is really nice. I like, honestly, that it's not adjustable. One, because it's the perfect length. I'd be pissed if it was like, you know, obviously I wouldn't like it as much if the length wasn't so great, if it wasn't, you know, adjustable, but I like that you're not dealing with the, something that kind of irks me about a lot of bags, and I have some that I love. My Gucci one, the big black tote one, that I love despite this, because it is what it is. But you know, that looks like a belt and then you've got the piece sticking out. I like that this doesn't do that, you know, because I love this strap and I think it's really actually very pretty. So yeah, it doesn't really take away from the bag. It's just very nice. And you know, even this is very comfortable. I'm not usually a top handle kind of person, but the way this, I don't know, the way it just feels is very, very comfortable. We'll talk about how it's, you know, just some typical review type stuff. Like I said, I haven't had it a very long time, and I will do a big review later. You guys know I live for like long-term handbag reviews. Like, what was it? I'm like, let me review this wallet. It's 10 years old. Like, let's really do this. Like, it's not like I've had it for a month and I'm reviewing. You know, I really like to do long-term reviews where I can actually show you what has broken, and obviously nothing is going to be doing that. Really hope nothing ever does that, and I really feel like it's a very solid bag. So we'll get into all that. Let me show you quickly what I'm wearing. And like I said, I need to do an update on some clothing that I've purchased. I keep wanting to talk to you and I gotta sit back down. I've gotten some amazing things, and for whatever reason, this time of year, well, this is the reason, not whatever reason, this is the reason, this kind of in-between time, I really go hard on like buying clothing in fall for winter and fall, you know, like I do all that. But then it's like when after Christmas, I just don't get super excited about shopping for the rest of winter because I've got all this good stuff already that I obviously love, you know, that I'm gonna keep wearing and will probably wear the next year and the next. But it's kind of too early to shop for spring, and it's almost like I feel too late in the winter to be buying new winter things. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of hit a lull around that, and I'm not really looking or finding some new things, but I have gotten some great things that will kind of transition me into spring. And a few like really nice, some basic good things that we need to talk about. So I might do one of those videos soon, and of course we'll be doing some fun clothing videos coming up soon. But I did want to show you this. So this is a top that I've had for a very long time. Talking about good basics. The length is just kind of perfect. You could wear it untucked. I would think like would be a good look with like some leatherish leggings or something. But with jeans, with denim, which these are really, really, I love these so much. They you can see my slippers. But they, you know, they're a little frayed at the bottom. Are my slippers gross? No. And then what I did is I wore two different necklaces. This is actually one piece. It's from that line from Bobbi that I'm absolutely obsessed with. That is like plated with real gold, which gives it just such a high-end nice look for a very amazing price. And so that with this one that, excuse me, that is my favorite. And yeah, and then, oh my gosh, you guys. Look, these are amazing. So I feel like I'm really catching up in this video because my last video was like 4 minutes long, which I have an update about that too. Which it kind of just like went with the theme, you know? I was like, I'm not gonna say, oh, this was a 3-minute makeup look with 3 products, which I kind of came up with because I thought, sweet, I'm really just using 3 products. I wanna focus on this foundation and like really give you guys a review on that. And I thought, let's just change it up and do something really short and fun. So I'm glad that you guys like that. Some of you guys were like irate. You were like, where's my 40-minute video? So we got a lot to catch up on. But anyways, these earrings, you guys know I'm not like a huge like dangly statement earring person, but I really like something that's more delicate. And this is part of that line as well. So very like fine looking. It goes in like a stud. You know what I mean? Like the base is like in there. So they always are kind of front facing, and they're just the most delicate, like beautiful looking hoops, right? So really excited about these. Definitely check these out. These are like a must-have. So that's what I'm wearing. Update. Okay. With that super short video that I did, I didn't add anything, and I explained all this, but I didn't, which I don't even know. I do not even know how I made that video as short as I did. I was honestly surprised when I edited it because I knew it was gonna be short. because I wanted to keep with the theme, you know, of being like a quick look. I didn't know it was gonna be that short though, but I kind of thought like, wow, Tiffany, like, okay, you can do this. The whole point was, I just wanna show you what the foundation looks like. This is not a makeup tutorial that you've seen a million times. Okay, now let me add the same stuff that I always do on top of it. I just wanted you guys to see the foundation. Most of you got that. And to see that it was like really dimensional, you know, like usually when you apply such a full coverage foundation as this one is, this is the new version. There is one that's called Bobbi Brown Skin something. This is the new one. That's the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless. So don't be confused, because some person did say like, oh, someone at Sephora told me that that one was watery and didn't have coverage, and I'm thinking, well, they don't, you know, this is it's new, and that's not what that was. So it's honestly thick. It's a lot thicker than any of my Clinique foundations. It's amazing, full cover, oil-free shine control. So I was just very impressed by this, but I wanted to show you guys today, that's what I'm wearing. This is what it looks like when you use your bronzer, your highlight, all your stuff with it. Do you see what I'm saying? And I didn't do that in that video for a reason. I just wanted to show you the foundation and just show you, you know, that it was good. And but yeah, it's just, I just want to kind of like give you guys a little update on that. And I did explain this in the video about the brush, and a lot of people are like, where's your beauty blender? Where's your beauty blender? I'm like, I didn't feel like I had to say that, because this literally, like I said, I did say this in the video, so yeah, I don't get that. But anyways, it says this foundation I wanted to give a really good review. I did not want to use my regular beauty blender with this, which is my all-time favorite thing to use. Everybody knows this. I felt like, honestly, I didn't have to say that in the video, and I think most of you guys got that because you know that I love my beauty blender. But if I use my beauty blender and then it was like, okay, well, the coverage isn't as full as it should be or whatever, like I wanted to actually use it the way it is intended, which is with this brush. It's the full cover brush. So like I said, I dampened it. Love that. And honestly, this is a very like unfussy makeup brush. I usually don't do a lot of foundation brushes because I feel like they're kind of fussy. This is a very unfussy one. It's very soft. You can dampen it a little bit, and it's just amazing. You guys saw me use that in that video, but that's that. And you can use that with the beauty blender as well. I've been using this brush. I've even used this brush with other foundations too, and I like it. So yeah, this is what we do here. We try different things. The beauty blender is my favorite, but of course I'm gonna use different things. I've talked about makeup brushes for years, so no surprise. Don't be shocked that I'm using a makeup brush. Literally been using makeup brushes on here for 10 years, so no. Okay, so whatever. Okay, so let's get into it. So I kind of told you guys about the silver. I feel like this might be a little long because there is a lot of stuff in here, but I kind of feel like that's helpful when you're talking about a bag because you can really see everything. So this is kind of an overview. The back of it's plain, the front of it has the little logo. I've showed you guys kind of what the hardware looks like. I really like that. Kind of pretty, really pretty. But what I was surprised about is that the zipper is like super sized and it's very smooth. Like a lot of times bags that are like a little structured, I don't know, it's like just they're kind of hard. This one like glides like effortless. It's so good. But I'll be honest with you, I don't shut it a lot. And it's kind of a sharp, I mean, it's not as sharp as some things. Do you remember that Louis Vuitton bag that I had, the Empreinte bag? That was the navy one. That was really, it was like razor sharp. Like my hands were constant. Well, I will say though, I do have a little thing right there and I was wondering where that's from. And I thought, oh, it's just my dry skin, but I bet you that's what it's from. Yeah, because it's like right where I grab. Isn't that funny? My skin is so sensitive. It's not gonna like tear you up, but I'm just saying, you know, be careful. Now, one thing is these bags, they don't, and then of course, you know, the handles, which don't flop down. They're very like stiff, they stand up. But it doesn't have a huge, like if I'm doing this, I'm like stressing it to even open it that big. Definitely wouldn't recommend stressing it open, but even if you did, I mean, it's got this like really good, I mean, there's only been a couple times like where I've been trying to put something in there, like I was gonna put like a Pepsi in there, and I was like, oh, this is a little tight. And no matter how much you pull it apart, it still just stays, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the structure and the way it's made is very good. The only thing that kind of irks me, the bottom doesn't have, I wish, with all this like chunky hardware, I wish it had like some studs. I mean, it's got these, but I mean, over time, that is gonna touch the ground. I mean, try not to put it on the ground, but even if you put it like in a seat or something, over time your bag is gonna get worn, even just like sitting on a shelf. So I'll show you kind of like the inside and what is like, I can't show you that with everything in it, but I'll kind of give you a peek of what's in there, but we're gonna go through. Let me get these out first. So my sunglasses, I don't know where my black ones are and it's kind of concerning me. I need to find them. But all-time favorite, these are just those Tom Ford ones that oh, they're very dirty in these. Oh, they're very dirty in this light. Okay, don't like, but I love this color. These are really good. These are just very good, very flattering, comfortable glasses. My wallet, which is nothing new. I've showed this a million times and I've kind of considered, I mean, this thing has held up really well. yeah, it's just like the soft leather, man. Like it's not even like scratched or anything. And I have not given this thing a break in a long time, in like years. But this is the perfect size wallet. It's not too big, it's not too small, it holds everything. I do have some cash in this side pocket, a whole bunch of ones, baby. $4. Let me see, got some change. 12 cents. This I love, flu season, I mean whatever, nothing replaces washing your hands, but if you're like in a gas station, you get in the car, or you like are just desperate and need something, I swear you guys, this is my favorite. This is like a really old one that I have. We have these in every car. I have them all over the place. This Honest hand sanitizer spray. Love it so much. I have an applesauce because I have a toddler. This is actually really good applesauce. I've actually ate that. One time I was like really hungry and I ate it. Oh, let me show you. Y'all are gonna die. I still have the tag on this purse and I didn't even realize that. I left it on one day. I was gonna like put my stuff in it and just carry it. And I just put my stuff in it and left. And I kind of felt like, you know, it's very new. Do you feel like that when you have something that's like really nice and new and you kind of like are like when you're cutting the tags off of it? And this was such, I don't want to say an impulse. And like I said, I had that, I bought the Gucci, the other, we'll explain that right before this. But then when I saw this, I was like, it's a silver and taken like in the perfect size. So it appeared online and ended up being, like I said, I'd never actually held a small before. This is the small. But you know, it was kind of like when I got it, I knew I wanted to carry it right away. And a lot of bags I don't feel like that with. This one I was like, I need to carry it right away. Like I loved it so much and I still do. I think it's like one of those that I've just kind of really bonded with. I didn't cut the tag off of it right away. I need to do that. Okay. Little bow. These are the best bows. They have a little non-slip stuff for Olivia. Let me tell you, these are the best bows of all time. I will link to where they're from. Looks really creepy. This is from Hannah Anderson, which I love. I get a lot of her clothes from there. This is the cutest little bow. And then I usually do it in ponytails. But the thing is, the reason I got this is because I used to get her other ones from Amazon. You know those little ones that she wore all the time? But as she's getting to be like a bigger girl, those looked a little too babyish. And I'm like, I need to get like some big old bows. And these aren't even the biggest ones. Like she has ones that are like huge. I'm all about hair bows. And these are so good. They actually stay and they're so good. Okay. So she pulls them out. So I end up having, do I have another one in here? No. I have a Sephora receipt. Gotta update you guys on a few. Well, so Brad got me this perfume by that Replica brand, you know, the lipstick one that I love, and then he wears the Barbershop. So he knows that I like that brand, but a lot of times, like, I don't know, like, I'm not really a huge fan of any other ones, but he went shopping and he was like, oh, and he got me the Dancing on the Moon, which is honestly really nice. It smells really good. But I just was like, I don't know. I was like, when I got it, I was like, oh, this is good. You know, we were like smelling it, and I was like, I really, you know, I need my Gucci too. And he's like, oh, well, I should have bought you that because he loves the Gucci too. And I was like, no, it's okay. And he's like, let's just go swap it because I can tell you don't like it. So we went and swapped it. And of course, the replica is really expensive. Like that one especially, it was like $180. And the Gucci for like the big, it's like $90. So I had some wiggle room. So I'll kind of show you guys some other things I got. I have my Fix Plus, which, I don't know, I've really been into Fix Plus lately. I also really like, sorry, I like took my breath. I also really like my, the Colleen Rothschild, the beauty water. I keep that in my kitchen. Like I just use it all throughout the day. Okay, I have my checkbook, which usually I don't carry. This, my same key fob. And I don't use the hook. I've said this before. Sometimes I used to use this just as my wallet if you carry a smaller bag, and I usually keep the back completely empty so that if I do carry a smaller bag, I can just grab my cards that I need, my driver's license, and stick it in there and go. But my two key fobs kind of go in the middle, and then my actual keys kind of go on this thing because it's got that, and it's just too big for me as like to use as a keychain. And you know, most time you don't really need to access your key. They're just in there, you know what I mean? Okay. Oh, I have some chopsticks from the Publix sushi department. I always feel funny when I'm like getting sushi from there, which it's some of the best sushi ever, I have to say. The grocery store sushi from there. I'm not saying all of it's good, but that is good. I always feel funny. I'm like, I grab like a huge handful of chopsticks. I'm like shoving it in my bag, and I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. Oh, I have some little Post-its, some little Mickey Mouse pizza Post-its. Oh, I may be doing a meet and greet at Sephora. I will let you guys know. It's a local Sephora. Oh, I'm like taking stuff out and sitting. Little change purse. I actually have really gotten into this lately. I don't like to put change back. I never put change back in here. I'd always just, for years, I just always dump my change into my bag. So I try to be more cautious, or like if I'm in the car and I just have some time, I can like, you know, put it in here. But this is such a good little item. Such a cute little change purse. I really love that. You can even, you know, wad up some cash and put it in there. A little hair clip. Love these so much, these that have the rubber. And that's how I've kind of been putting my hair back lately. I'll do it right now. Kind of just get it at the, well, it's gonna look kind of humpy. I kind of just get it like at the base of my neck, head, whatever, right there. And then just twist it, you know, around your finger so that it's like doing that. And then you just put this in. So. And when your hair is shorter, like mine is right now, I mean, it's not short, but it's shorter, you can get away with that. But once it gets a little longer, it's like pouring down, you gotta like tuck it again. I could even tuck that again, but it's a little much. But I kind of just like that. Oh, I have a bunch of gum wrappers. I have not chewed gum for years. And the other day I was in line at the grocery store and I just grabbed some. I kind of enjoy it. You know what? It's actually good. Like if you can chew it like after meals, like if you're not like brushing right away. I'm kind of obsessed with that. It's kind of makes your teeth feel a little cleaner. I don't really love this flavor. It's like not a peppermint, it's not a spearmint, it's like a sweet mint. I don't really love that. And it kind of wrecks your bag. Like my bag smells like this and it's disgusting already. Don't you hate that? Like when bags smell like that? I was smelling that the other day in the car. I got in the car and I got this huge whiff of mint and I was like, what is that? It's my dang bag already. Oh, this I have been loving again. I mean, I've always loved it, but I've kind of really gotten into it lately. But it's very heavy though. Like it is a purse-sized thing. But sometimes I'm like, I should just get this out. You know, just the little thing that's in there. This is my, oh, I guess it doesn't go. Okay, well then, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, you need a little lid. This is my second one. I'm already on the second one. But it's the Kilian Good Girl Gone Bad, which is very expensive. It's a very expensive perfume. It's very strong, so you don't need much. So you wouldn't even need to buy the huge bottle. When you buy this, it comes with 2 of these little vials. I hope they still have this. But it's such a nice little thing. I really love it. So, but it's very heavy. That's what my whole point was. That thing is so heavy. I've got this little brush. When you have a kid that has long hair like Olivia and like me, I live for this little Monet brush that came in a pretend to brush my hair. It came in a little thing. I love brushes like this that have like natural, not natural, but just like bristly bristles, and these. I think it's the best. It's probably gross. Oh, my hand cream, favorite of all time, the Colleen Rothschild Restorative Hand Cream. If you have not tried this, please do yourself a favor and get some. My hands are usually so disgusting. Well, really, it hasn't been as cold as it has been. It really helps my cuticles. It really helps like oh, it's so good. It's the best hand cream. I don't even know why. But that's the thing, like you try different things, you know. I have another gum wrapper. I have a lady thing. Let's just keep it real. And a little pen. It's a good pen. I love pens. I'm really like kind of funny about this. I like pens that click. I don't like a cap. I like a click. Oh no, and then in the side, let me show you, because most of my things are out. I'm going to cut the tags off of this right here with you so that you don't think like, why is she leaving the tags on that bag? See, it's got like, you know, all that. Let me just go ahead and cut that. Let me go get a scissors. Okay. Cut officially. It's official. I cut the tags off. Isn't that funny? I had no idea that was on there. It was kind of embarrassing actually. So yeah. So it's got the little book and all the little cutesy stuff. It's a nice little thing. You know, let me tell you too, like I said, I can't review it and say, oh, it's worn this way or that way, or let me finish and then we'll get into that. Okay, so I've got a penny. Let me get all this out so it doesn't fall on the ground. So this is what I've got more to show you. You see there's stuff in this little side pocket, but before I went into there, I wanted to kind of give you an overview of this trash. See, there's like right there in that little bag is where, little section is where I keep my hand sanitizer, because I like to stand it up. Right there's where I keep my phone, and that slip pocket. Right here is a zip pocket. And let me show you what's in there. So this bag is plenty big enough to where I could have another little bag that's like a cosmetic bag or something within it. But a lot of times I'm like, why not just use these little side pockets? I don't carry a lot of makeup with me. So this is literally all that I have. And where's my Evian? Usually I have that. Maybe I didn't put it in there because I've been using this. But I really do like, oh no, I know why I ran out of it. Okay, well, there's that. So I've got my Blotterazzi, which I live by, love this. But what I do is I spray it with a really, you know, the MAC Fix Plus is so basic too. It's pretty similar to the Evian. So yeah, that's working. But you know, it's just good. It's just such a good thing. I love it so much. But I've got my my lip liner, which is Dervish, and this is the only lip stuff I've really been keeping with me. It's the Sarah Hat Ballet Slip. Right now I'm just wearing the regular lip slip. I have really enjoyed all the Sarah Hat stuff over the last, I mean, I've been a fan for a while, but really like used all the products and gotten into it like over the last several months, like 6 months. Isn't that the prettiest color? Especially in the winter, I just really loved using like more like goopier, like balmy lip stuff that makes, you know what I mean? That kept my lips from looking like dry. What else was I going to tell you guys about? I'll tell you guys about something. What was it? Yeah, okay, well, so whatever, let's just go. So, this is what it looks like. Like I said, the only thing I'm concerned about is the bottom, although you don't have to scrub it around. I've had bags that don't have that on the bottom, and it's fine. A lot of times, too, when you have like a metallic leather or something, you do have to kind of keep in mind that sometimes, you know, especially around the handles and stuff, it might wear. But as I'm looking at it, I mean, obviously I have not carried the hell out of it by any means yet. I just don't notice anything. Like, I don't feel like this is that painted on, kind of like brushed on metallic. I feel like it's a pretty solid metallic, like it's into the leather. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully these won't wear, but if they do, I don't mind that. Like, I mean, as long as it's not like grossly. But I mean, if under here, I mean, that happens no matter what color a lot of things are. I don't know, everything looks like it's really like well made, and like I said, everything looks pretty good, and I don't see anything weird yet, which, as I said, you know, I shouldn't. Talking about like jeans and stuff, I feel like the silver's gonna be pretty good with that. I don't wear a lot of like, you know, if I do wear jeans and it's hitting me in that spot, it's usually hitting me like right, well, I don't know, this top's coming down, but normally my tops aren't super short, so I don't feel like I'm gonna have a huge issue with, you know, rubbing or fading or anything, so I'm not really, honestly, I'm not worried about it. Like, I just, you know, some bags you are a little worried. My white new Gucci bag, I'm not worried. I'm gonna carry it and enjoy it, but you're a little more careful, you know, but for some reason, I just feel like this is a very solid bag. Like, I'm just not worried about it. You know, the inside is just a good, just basic khaki, whatever color that is. You know, it's nothing too precious in there, but it's just made very well. I can feel that it's, you know, it's really nice. I like this, and I've never had a bag that looks like this, but I like that there's not a lot of extra clunky grossness taken up by, you know, one of those, what am I trying to say, like a, you know, like a clip thing, or even like a large lobstery looking ring. I don't know, that's not the right word. It has like this little groove, and if you line it up just so, you can take it off, you know what I mean? Like, it lines up in the groove without having to move it, which is kind of neat. I've never seen that. I've never had a bag that did that before, so that's kind of neat. So I like that. It's just very clean, so you could take that off and carry the bag without the strap if you wanted, which is nice. Like I said, the zipper is really nice, everything. So there's nothing that bothers me about it. It's very comfortable. I really have bonded with it quickly. And it's something that I was really excited about, you know. And, you know, I kind of talked about the, you know, the Gucci one and this one. And when I posted on Instagram, you guys were like, I can't believe you found a bag, because literally I was just saying that I was kind of in the mood to, I'm not like I'm in the mood to buy a new handbag, but I had been looking for something new, because the Gucci one was something, you know, my big black one that I carry all the time, that I carried all the time. And it was like I was in a rut, like it had, and I said it had ruined me in the way that, like, I loved it so much, which is a good thing, but I had carried it for like a year straight. I don't know, probably a little less than that, but I had just carried it for so long, and I would go to other things and I would just come right back to it, which I love. That's how I am with handbags, and I think that's a sign of like, good, that's something that you really love. But at the same time, I wasn't necessarily tired of it, but I'm like, I don't want to like wreck this bag, you know what I mean? Like, I want to try to get something else, but at the same time, I wasn't super excited by anything else because that bag was so good. And so then I started looking at other Gucci bags and I thought, well, what is in, like, what do I need? Nothing. Nobody needs anything. But I'm like, what do I, like, what colors of something do I need? Silver was always on my list, and then like a nude or like a light color. And I saw the white and I was like, I love white. I love wearing white. Like, that would be so cool. And I found that one, which was perfect, which we will talk about that one soon. I've carried it a lot when I first got it. And then I kind of swapped into this and I haven't swapped back into that one. So I'm going to try, you know, I'm trying to get better about like changing it up and carrying different ones, but I will update about that one soon because that one is really cool. But what was exciting is to find things that I really, really loved. I did not have a white bag. I didn't have a bag that was silver that was like this, and I really, really love it, you know, and this was a type that I had really been wanting for a while, or not wanting enough to where I just like went out and bought a black one or a random, like, which the black was pretty. That's honestly what I thought about. I thought about just getting a giant black one, but then I felt like it was a little too much, and the leather, the way it was a little too straight, you know, like I said before. Did I say that before? Yeah. Something was always wrong, and for that amount of money, like, you want to buy something that you love. Like, I'm very, like, if I get something on a whim and it's not just right, it'll be gone. Like, I will just not be into, like, I have to really love it, you know what I mean? And I just feel like this is one of those things. I really, really love it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed my little overview of this. Oh, and something too, a lot of people always ask, you know, is it heavy? I've had very heavy bags. That Louis Vuitton Empreinte bag, my Alexander Wang bag. Oh, I love those. I carry those again. You know, the big studded ones. What is that? Is that what it is? I don't know what it's called, but the Rocco bags. Rocco. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Those are heavy, and that's okay. I expect it. I'm not going to not like it because it's heavy. I know it's a heavy bag. I can deal with it. It's mine. It's not strapped to me 24 hours a day. I'm good. But this one, I would say, to be such a structured bag, to be made of like really thick, nice leather, it's really not that heavy. I mean, with nothing in it, it's really not that heavy. So, yeah, it's a comfortable bag. I think it's very classic. But the silver, the metallic, you know, it gives it a bit of an edge. I was just always a little bored when I would see, you know, I would see black, or I would see the gray, and sometimes I would think, well, that gray is a little bluish gray, or like if it was textured, it looked like Dumbo, or if it wasn't, it looked like rubber. I do like it. I feel like it's not a black hole. That's another thing. Very good. It has like just enough pockets where it organizes, but not too much where it kind of like wrecks the whole thing of the bag, you know, where it's like too much organization. But it's got just enough so you don't have to put a ton of little pouches in there. So, you guys, I'm gonna leave her bow out so I can put it where it goes. Oh, and yeah, I didn't have my phone in there, but this is what, I just put my phone in the side. So, and that little slip pocket, like I said, I'm gonna leave my sunglasses out because I don't want those to get wrecked. But yeah, very, very good. And I'm really excited about it. I knew I wanted to talk about it, you guys. If you guys ever wanted a little more info, you want to see what one looks like on the inside, or just some little things about it, hopefully that helped you out enough. I really don't know what else I can say about it. But I will definitely update you guys as time goes on, because like I said, you guys know, if I'm going to say like this is a true review of a bag, it's going to be a while. You've seen my Louis Vuitton Neverfull review. If you haven't, it's worth a look. Speaking of, that is one thing, because we're on this whole topic of handbags, and like I said, you guys always like really get excited when I post handbag videos. I always get excited. I love handbags. But speaking of, talking about a bag that like, or something that there's nothing that I really want from Louis Vuitton or nothing, but a bag that I have really thought about getting over the last several years is another Neverfull GM that is just a regular monogram. And I can definitely see myself doing that. I think that would be a good bag to have like for summer, because I carried the hell out of the brown one, the Damier, you know, you guys have seen. And yeah, if you haven't seen that video, it's worth a look. It involves, it's just a lot. But I just don't carry it as much, like I said, because it does have a few issues, and I love it, and I don't think it's gonna break or anything, but and I don't think it's wrecked by any means, but you can definitely see the wear on that bag, because I put that thing through, you know what. Yeah, I don't know, but I can see myself maybe getting another one. Remember I bought the MM? Is that the one? The PM's the small one. I bought the medium-sized one that had the pink on the inside, which I really loved. That was the most beautiful bag. It was a light pink on the inside, but I think I got that around the time Olivia was born, or maybe a little before. I don't remember. But it was just awkward. It was an awkward size. I just feel like the only size that looks right on me is the GM, the big one. But it is huge. I mean, it's a commitment when you carry that thing. But anyways, I don't know. I could see myself doing that. Other than that, there's no bags that I'm really excited about or anything. But then again, I said that, and then I ended up with two. I think part of the excitement about this is because I have dreamed of this bag for so long, but it just never felt right. It was either just not the right color or something was off about it, or I just didn't know with the size, and I'm just so happy with it. So perfect size. I will link to this one. I really think this one is just very different. You know, it's like a basic bag, but it's a color that you never see, and it was a color that I really wanted. So okay, whatever. Anyways, let's end this, you guys. Hopefully I'm more than made up for my 4-minute video last time if you were really like offended by that. No, I'm kidding. I'm really, honestly, when I did that, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how this could be received because it was really short. I got so many people that, like, you guys really like liked that, and I'm really happy about it. So that was kind of fun and different. But a lot of you guys are like, wait a minute, like, you're my workout buddy, and I don't know what to do with just, you know, 4 minutes. Like, I'm on the treadmill, like, I'm ready to go. And so I get it, because if I ever go to watch a video, I want it to be like a little substantial. I don't want to just watch it and like, okay, well, now I gotta find something else. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just do what I like. I love talking to you guys. I could talk to you guys all day, but anyways, I will cut it short-ish. Not really short, because it's probably like an hour. Like, who am I kidding? But you guys, I got so many fun things coming up, so many updates, so many fun things to talk about. I will do a clothing video hopefully soon. I've got so many things like lined up that I want to do though. But yeah, I'm really excited about everything coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that y'all enjoyed it. I will link to this exact one and everything I'm wearing, because I think this is just a really good little combo right here. Y'all have got to check these out. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Love you so much. Bye, guys.